First round of clips time on Distant Pod for this week. I think we would be fools not to go to Mike and not to insist that you talk about skiing.
Oh, my God. We talked about why things were better in the day, right? On the intro. All right. With the exception of in the city ski slopes. Right? This is, it looks like nationwide. It's probably like a nationwide.
It is
report.
nationwide, yes.
Yeah. This is a reporter looking at the Kirby ski slope from, I believe, 1974 or 1975.
1975, yeah.
1975, here we go.
It's the Kirby ski slope, already a legend in its own brief troubled lifetime. The ski slope, which was built without planning permission, over a water main, on land the council didn't own. Surveying the dramatic sweep of the new slope towards the Fazakerley turnoff of the M57, James was the first to surmise, it's the wrong way round. It's never been skied on, and it never will be, because it's to be demolished.
I want a ski slope, said Dave. You design it, Eric, and you can build it, George. So they did. There were no tenders, no quotations, no paperwork at all.
They had to build an embankment to prevent the young skiers of Kirby slaloming around the Fazakerley turnoff. They needed railings round the top of the mound to stop people falling off. But most of all, they needed to know about the bumps. The big bumps which kept bulging about the skiing surface. They spent £5,000 in vain attempts to debump it. Perhaps it had something to do with the material that the contractor, George Leatherbarrow, had built it with. That there's already been some surface failure. And that means that bits and pieces have been falling off already. Bits like that colliery slag heap down there, and liable to fail in some manner. Or fall down. I think you better haul me up, lads. As it is, they've got a ski slope no one ever has, nor ever will, ski down. Except for one man, our own intrepid James Hogg. He alone has had the benefit of one brief flurry that cost £140,000.
By Jove, I needed that!
There we are. This is for the fucking maddest clips I've ever seen in my life.
It's the greatest thing of all time.
It is so good. If you think about it, I can remember there used to be a ski slope up near Merthyr when I went to see my nans.
Okay.
There is a ski slope in Fairwater, which is just around the corner from me.
Yeah.
I think there was a ski slope Swansea way.
There was one in Llangrannog, the Earth Camp. So
I think that's still there, the Llangrannog.
It is.
Yeah, so that was my experience. It's the only one I've ever been on, but that was my experience of it.
Yeah, seemed to be a bit of a thing about ski slopes for some reason in the 70s. In the midst of the 3-day week and crushing inflation, people decided what we needed was skiing in the inner cities.
Thing is, right, skiing, what's weird is Ski Sunday was huge, and yet I don't think I knew anyone who could afford to go skiing.
No.
Like proper skiing on snow abroad.
A couple of posh kids in school which went abroad. But
yeah, there must have been posh kids in school who went. I didn't know anyone who'd done it. And then, I suppose this was the sort of Welsh version where it just rains all the time.
Well, the Kirby version reminds me very much of the Welsh version. What I love about this report, why it's a bit batshit, is having done reports for local TV, they've sort of let him freewheel at one point and do a reenactment on his own.
Yeah. It's very good. It's very good.
So the way that the Kirby ski slope came to be was someone at the council thought a ski slope was the answer to Kirby's problems.
Yeah.
And there was a contractor that they work with regularly, who you know for a fact, with my legal head on, is probably on a fat backhander, right?
Oh, yes.
So it didn't go out to tender at all.
No.
And then there was the county architect, who I imagine is similarly having a job for life, right?
Yeah.
So before you can say ridiculous idea, they're building a ski slope.
If only that were if that were a common phrase.
Oh.
So every part of it is fucking mad. So they build it, first of all, next to a motorway intersection.
Yeah.
Right? So there's 70-mile-an-hour traffic in all directions.
Yeah.
And I was reminded, in 2000 AD, which I talk about quite a bit, there's a prison in Mega City 1 called Devil's Island, where they put the
Okay.
worst criminals.
Yeah.
And Devil's Island is a raised platform in the middle of the Mega City road system, essentially, right?
Okay.
And it's inescapable because it's so perilous. You know, you can't get away from it because there is high-speed traffic in every direction all around you. Now, Kirby have taken that to the next level and made that a leisure industry, right? Where you could take, if it had ever been opened, which it wasn't, you could have taken your kids to the Kirby ski slope, which is, like I said, it is literally right next to a motorway intersection. Until they brought people in during the construction phase, because when they said it had been finished, little things like there was no barrier at the end of the slope, so you'd have launched yourself into whatever it is, the M62, whatever it is, I don't know.
Had to offer. So you're launching yourself into a Ford Anglia that's driving at centimetres an hour, yeah.
There were no rails at the top of the slope, so you're 80 feet above the ground, and there's nothing to stop you falling off.
Yeah, it's terrifying, yeah. There doesn't
The
seem to be a
brush.
lift.
And the fella's saying there's certain, obviously, when you work in construction, there are certain things you have to do. You have to be built a certain way, right? When they, so the fella who's got the contract for it, and he's going to use all this special sandstone dust, and we've got a percentage of this, a percentage of solid rock, a percentage of whatever else. They find at the same time, like the Kirby Echo,
In the newspaper.
someone just saying, if you got any, hey, free rubbish,
Free tip,
free
lads.
tip available. So when they dig into this thing, because it's already starting to crack and sag and bump everywhere, right? Before they ever opened it, it's just full of shit. It's just full of builders' rubble, fucking washing machines and old bits of shale and stuff. Just stuff.
Stuff.
Just a
Let's build
massive
the
mountain
stuff
of stuff.
Let's build stuff up really high and then let people ski down it. That's the entire plan.
And the one side of it has completely come away. It's like the San Andreas fault on the side of it.
This is what we call a crack.
I love that one of the biggest complaints about it is that it was built back to front.
Yes, the
it's-
sun's in your eyes
Yeah, so the sun's in your eyes and is aiming towards the motorway.
as you ski into the M62.
So should something go wrong, it sort of quintuples the peril.
Unbelievable.
It is.
And then in proper, like, gung-ho British reporting in the 1970s fashion, he says, I'll have a go at it.
Good lad. Just down
I'll
we
have a
go.
ski down that. I don't mind if I do.
Don't mind it. Looks
You mad
dangerous.
prick.
Let's have a crack.
In his bloody shirt and tie because he's on the news.
Becoming the only person to ever have skied down it. Oh, man.
Oh, you know, because it started to sag and bow and there's rubbish and there's subsidence and there's falling apart. You'd have to be an incredible skier to ski down it.
Yes.
Well, it's like a mogul. I mean, there's just
That's
bumps
exactly
everywhere.
what I thought.
Yeah.
It looks like a mogul
Maybe
track
that's where moguling started.
in Kirby in the 70s.
You know those. Just take this one as an example.
By the way, I think it's the A1M. Apologies for
But the
saying
building
M62.
Sorry.
contractor who thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
I have the absolute opposite of whatever that confidence is. Yeah, I'll have a go at that. But on such a mass
No, you have a
scale.
healthy regard for life, that's why.
Wait,
That's what,
in fairness
that's what you're
to
supposed
him,
to have.
no one ever got injured on it because it never opened.
Can you imagine if they had opened it?
But the waste of money, the waste of public money.
So
So
the
doubled
money,
in price.
the money involved in it equates now to about 1.2 million.
Oh,
Just thrown away.
a
Yeah.
million quid.
On nothing
That's what it would
at
be
all.
in current money, yeah. I like the reenactment of the pub meeting where, in case we couldn't understand what three people round a table would look like, there's him around the table and three glasses, and
Playing
he
all the
cracks a
parts.
tonic water at one point and pours it into one of the glasses while he's talking.
I love it.
As though, without this, you'll have no idea
Yeah.
what a meeting of three men would look
Try
like.
to picture, if you can, three men in a pub sat on a table. I'll help you.
Glug, glug, glug,
Oh, no,
glug.
I have seen that before.
I
can
think
do this.
John Bishop, the comedian, used to have material about how he grew up in Runcorn, which is not far from Kirby. And they had a dry ski slope. And Runcorn, like Kirby, I think was a Liverpool overspill town, I think. And he was like, so, what did we need? It's a load of people, it's like slum clearance from Liverpool. It's a load of scousers being sent to start a new life. What did people think we needed? That's right, a dry ski slope. There was this odd fashion for them.
Yeah. But there's nothing else there. There's no, there's nothing around it. It's just in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a big pile of rubble with some brush matting on top of it.
I also think you have a slight. I think most people in the UK have a slight feeling that someone somewhere has fact-checked and health and safety things like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I turned up, if I had kids in the Kirby area, even though it looks like you're going to ski directly onto the A1M with the sun in your eyes on the ski slope that's full of lumps and bumps because it's built on a load
Asbestos and washing machines.
Because it's built on sort of commercial
It's much
waste.
too steep. It says it's too steep to be a commercial.
And it's
ski.
too
Much too steep.
I think I would have done it. Because I'd be like,
Yeah.
surely there's someone somewhere has worked out if this is all right or not.
Mate,
As a
I
kid,
grew up
you
in
would,
Barry.
definitely.
We used to go to Barry Island Fun Fair in the late 70s, early 80s. And I've literally, there used to be a thing they called the Enterprise, which was like a wheel shape. Remember it? It was horizontal. To spin around
Yes, I do.
horizontally and then come up on an arm to be vertical,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember walking down there to go on the Enterprise as a kid.
Yeah.
And as you're approaching, I'm not making this up, we heard like smash, smash. I thought, what's that? And there were like 2 light bulbs just flew off it and just smashed near us, right? And then you still get on.
Yeah. You gotta look out for them light bulbs. Whew, on you go.
I remember sat on when Majestic, which was previously the campsite previously known as Butlins,
Okay.
when it was Majestic for a couple of years. I think Rick Wright owned Majestic as well.
Oh, who owned Cardiff City?
yeah.
Yeah.
They had like one of those parasol, the sort of you sit on a parasol and it swings you out. One of those sort of rides.
Yeah. They're horrific. Yeah.
I sat. Well, do you know what's even more horrific? Sat on one of those in a rundown old Butlins that's been rebranded,
Yes.
where the safety bar doesn't attach.
Always good.
And I sat on it, and I pulled the bar down, and it just went straight back up again.
Oh,
and next thing we're off. And I was just
yeah,
holding the sides of my
Oh.
the sort of seat I'm in,
Yeah.
but nothing kept me in.
Yeah.
Just sliding up and down on a plastic seat, knowing very, very well the bloke operating the ride was on 80 pence an hour.
And
I
white
knew him.
lightning.
And he's got the disregard for life that you would have if you're on 80p an hour.
He cares as much about his job as anyone else on 80 pence an hour.
The only sort of health and
Life in
safety.
the hands of someone who's on 80p an hour.
Raking in
like
a cool £6.40 a day.
Sounds like a sort of dystopian game show, doesn't it?
Imagine a working week and come home with less than 40 quid in the 80s.
Yeah. My friend used to work for £1 an hour, and she'd come back from the hairdresser with 8 quid. So they would give her a tenner, and she would give them £2 change.
I mean, I've had my run-ins with Cardiff Council, right, over the years. But I'll say, like, the parks are beautiful, but if I have a moan about stuff, it's not really big things, right? I get my moan about my grass collecting's not being picked up on time or something, right?
Yeah.
But on the whole, and I've never said this in public before, I think Cardiff Council do a pretty good job. You walk around the parks are lovely. In the summertime, it's beautiful. You walk around the bay, it's very nice. But I get pissed off about stuff, but it's usually small things that aren't particularly going to affect my life in any negative way, right? In the old days, it was fucking mad what you could do. I know they say now that health and safety gone mad. Yes, do you know why?
Good.
Because of the Kirby ski slope.
Yes. Show anyone who says it's health and safety gone mad, show them this video.
Because of
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Noakes
yeah.
cleaning Trafalgar,
Yeah,
Nelson's column in Trafalgar Square. That's why health and safety's gone mad.
The one where
In the 70s, on average, a British worker died on a building site once a day.
Shut up.
Like health and safety exists because people used to die at work.
All the time.
Have
Yeah.
you seen the Peter Duncan one where he cleans
yes.
Big Ben?
Yes.
And he sits on what looks like a swing.
It's horrendous.
So
On like
there's
a
a bit of
bosun's
rope.
chair.
with a wooden seat on it.
On a
and he's gotta-
bosun's chair.
Yes, so he's got to go out onto it, and then you just wriggle your way on. The guy says,
Yeah.
Oh my
"You
God.
do what now?" And there's just a sheer drop.
And he's
That's
like,
it.
I've
That's
got a
it.
house. Oh, you're not going to fall off.
You're not going to fall off. You'll be fine.
Also, have I got a hat, mate? If you're falling off this, a hat.
Oh,
is...
you've got a hat on. Yes,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
All you'll have is a corpse with a hat on.
Crash helmeted dead man.
You'll be identified by your helmet. Now,
Got
get
a
out
Be a
there.
badge on it.
Yeah.
He's down here.
Good shout. Let's put your name on your helmet just in case. Because you're going to look
It
like
really
spaghetti
helps.
bolognese, mate. Spaghetti bolognese and a pair of flared jeans.
Give you a pizza with with a gold blue Peter badge on top of it.
Oh my.
The Kirby ski slope.
Oh my god.
Absolute nonsense.
And I don't know. It's obviously it's remained a fairly posh sport skiing in this country,
Yes.
but it's certainly more accessible now than it was. I
Yeah,
don't know any-
and
I don't know
I
anybody.
don't think it's not as posh in countries where there's lots of snow all year round.
No.
I
I
think
live
it's
a
just
mile
awful.
from Fairwater ski slope, right?
Less. Sorry, I'm just watching that Peter Duncan thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
This was 1980. It's
Oh,
44 years ago, and
I
I
will
feel
pick it for-
physically sick. That
I'll
guy
pick
is
it for a
a
Hoffy
maniac.
pod at some point. Yes.
That guy is a maniac.
You're a
Proper
maniac,
Cockney as
mate.
well. Yeah,
You're a
Go on,
maniac.
yeah,
That's
right. You'll be all right.
And there's people watching from the ground as well.
Yeah, and it's being filmed.
Yeah.
He.
Duncan Days was very nearly called Duncan Dies.
Duncan dies.
Duncan's death. The final episode.
Christmas special, Duncan Dies.
He has got a screw loose.
Oh,
That
mate.
is, I wouldn't do that for a million. I wouldn't do that for the price of Kirby ski slope. You couldn't pay me to do that.
No,
And Peter
I would
Duncan,
like
there
to
he
do
is
it,
smiling.
but I don't
He
think I
has
could
lost
physically
his
do it.
mind.
But he's
I think I would
petrified
just
as well.
fall off.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd actually be able to manipulate my body in the way he wants
No.
me to.
No.
I'd have a go, but I would then die. I wouldn't be scared of doing it, but I would be dead.
Oh my god. Well,
I know,
what would
it's
happen,
horrific.
right? Is if I was in the Blue Peter office in 1980, and they were like, "Do you know what? I was driving past it the other day. I saw
When
someone
murderous
clean-
Biddy Baxter comes in.
I saw someone cleaning Big Ben. The face of Big Ben. Really? Yeah. That would be a good feature for the show, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, that would be good. Who should we send? Ellis, do you fancy it? No, because I'm not fucking insane.
Yeah.
Well, then I
I got a
don't
wife.
think.
I got a wife and kids, Biddy.
Well, then I don't think being a Blue Peter presenter is the job for you.
I got children, Biddy.
And a healthy sense of
Give it a Simon Groom.
Simon Groom sat there stroking Goldie.
Oh
No,
my
the
god! he's
dog,
doing,
not the.
He's,
What do
he's,
we- are we picked
he's
it?
cleaning Big Ben in jeans and a pair of Adidas plimsolls.